Hi everybody, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. So to connect with this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, hit that little subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I post videos. Leave a kind comment, if not for myself. Let me know how you resonate with this reading, or you could just leave a kind comment for somebody else to find. And if you know somebody who will resonate with these messages, you go right ahead and share the video. All right. So this is for the star sign of Cancer. Doesn't matter where your placement is. It is also for the month of October. This is a general reading, so only pick up what resonates with you. Okay, so in the month of October, on the 7th, we have a full moon in tropical Aries, sidereal Pisces. On the 21st of October, we have a new moon in tropical Scorpio, sidereal Libra. And on October 14th, we have Pluto that is retrograde in tropical Aquarius, sidereal Capricorn, going to go station and then direct, all right, on October 14th. So that's a little bit about the things that are happening when it comes to the planets, all right. So let's go ahead and get started here, Cancers or viewer. If you're intuitively guided to come and watch, that's perfectly fine. I have some sage burning. If you're seeing smoke, that's why, to help clear out the energies. All right. So what's the divine energy around the Cancer collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. All righty. I guess they're shuffled enough. Let's go ahead and cut them. What's the divine energy around the Cancer collective? Build on solid ground. So something you was building or working on was unstable. All right. And then we have seek the hidden treasure. Now they're not all in reverse, but these two top cards are. So seek the hidden treasure. So something that you were building was not solid. It was crumbled. It was made of sand, not cement. And I feel like somebody could have been hiding something. And it says accept what's dying. Accept what needs to be let go of when it comes to commitments. And grieve your losses. So somebody could be passing away. And there could be somebody around you that is like finding value or treasure in that. So somebody could be passing away. With the Scorpio energy here, it could also be talking about what needs to end. What needs to be finalized, what needs to be completed. So build on solid ground, but it's in reverse. So something that was built was not solid, therefore it is falling down, right? And when this falls down and crumbles, you may be seeing something that is hidden, that as to why something ended or why something that you were building was not solid. Why? Because it wasn't built of blocks. It was built of sand. And what's coming to mind is the Three Little Pigs story. Now, if you know anything about nursery rhymes, I've been doing some research on that. I may even do a video on it. Nursery rhymes are actually moral stories about the 7 deadly sins. So, and they're like, I'm hearing the Three Little Pigs rhyme, where the first little pig built a house of straw, right? And then the second little pig built a house of something different. And then the third little pig built a house of bricks, and the wolf was unable to blow it down. So that's what I feel like. The first two, whatever you were building, was made of straw and sand. It's the number 112. So 1111 could be significant. Also, the number 11 could be significant. Um, Number 11s talk about mastering. They're master numbers. So with the number 2, which talks about you're mastering some sort of an important lesson, and you need to see that there is a hidden treasure as to why something did not work for you, why something that you were building was not solid for you. And then we have the 2 energy, which talks about balancing the head and the heart, balancing the head and the soul, or just that energy of balancing, maybe even with another person. So 112. What's crumbling are simply elements of your life that have been built on shaky ground. The good health you've ignored becomes illness. The commitments you've dishonored give way to separation. The finances you've exploited transform into debt. You may feel that it's the end of the world, and yes, indeed, it is the end of those aspects that aren't solidly grounded. But be glad, because it's far too stressful to pretend that all is well when it isn't. Things are breaking down, not because you're being punished, rather it's because they were never safe and solid in the first place. So you're being called to create a life based on firm and truthful foundation and genuine integrity, not superficial appearances. Scrutinize the bedrock of your life and invest your time and effort into soundly recreating it, but don't try to shore up shaky ground. Instead, step aside, let things collapse. What is true will emerge from the dust, and what is false will disintegrate. View your losses not as your worst nightmare, but as your liberation. Feel the freedom that comes from no longer living in denial and trying to sustain something flawed. Let the chips fall where they may. At least you'll know where you stand, right? So there is a hidden treasure in this. So step aside and allow what is not built solidly to fall and crumble. And then view this loss as liberation by accepting it, accepting what needs to end, so that you can keep your commitments to yourself, right? So don't grieve what needs to end. Okay? So that is the opening message. That is the divine energy around you. So the divine is causing something to crumble for a reason. Why? Because maybe it wasn't treasured in the first place. I also hear rushing to build something is not always built solid. You have to do it brick by brick, right? You can't build something in a day. It takes time. All right. So where is the Cancer Collective on their journey? Please and thank you, Spirit. Where is the Cancer Collective on their journey? Uncovering the treasure. Beneath the surface lies a great bounty, right? And that's what this talks about. Seek the hidden treasure. So you're going to see the treasure as to, like when the dust settles, because that's what they're showing me, the Tower card. When the dust settles after this building collapses and whatever you're building collapses and crumbles, you need to see why. You need to open up that treasure chest within and seek that treasure, right? You're going to see it. You're going to find that one brick that was built solidly and it was rushed, right, to put the rest in. You're going to see why something needed to end. All right, so let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, stepping into your power, you are strong beyond measure. See how he looks mad? Right? But, and look, you have two people going in two different directions here. Two people going in two different directions. See, this person's mad and he's going forward. This person is fine and stable, and he's looking back at the challenges that he's overcome. He's looking back at the mountains, the obstacles that was in his path, right? And he's learned that anything is possible when you are strong, and you're going to find some inner strength in this. And that's what you're going to uncover, is how truly strong that you really was. So you may have some people behind a situation that maybe you don't see. Two people could have been building building something together. One got upset and moved on, and the other one is looking back at the obstacle as okay, right? This is a time for healing. This is a time for releasing, right? And starting to believe that there's a reason why this fell, right? So, uncovering the treasure for Cancer. Look beneath the surface in your life. You'll find the treasure. Yeah, you need to look beneath this. Need to look beneath the surface. There is a treasure that is hidden within this transformation. Beauty is awaiting you in many forms. The secret is knowing that you deserve it and are worthy of it. Something that you thought was ordinary will turn out to be extraordinary. Take a second to look at the people and situations in your life. And that's exactly what you are doing. Taking that second to look at the people and situations in your life. Sometimes receiving a treasure is simply a matter of seeing life in a new way, right? The treasure was always there. You just didn't see it, right? You did not see it. And it was hard to accept that something wasn't built strongly because of it. On the journey, the traveler confronts dragons and overcomes obstacles, and in the process discovers the depths of the treasure in their soul. Often treasure is found in the most unexpected of places. Sometimes after it seems that you've faced your inner dragons, you'll find the hidden treasure. Success begets success. So as you begin to seek and find the bounty in your life, more and more rewards will follow. This card heralds a bountiful, prosperous, abundant time in your life. So, excuse me, October is going to be the time where you're going to be doing a lot of inner searching. And you're going to be doing a lot of letting go and accepting that some things were just not meant to be, right? Why? Because you're taking a look at the obstacles and you're realizing your true strength and the power that came from this strength. And there was no measure to this power when you chose to walk away. All right, so let's go ahead and pull the Moon card. So the top card will be for the full moon in Aries, and on the bottom of the deck will be for the new moon in Scorpio. Please and thank you, Spirit, for the Cancer Collective. What's the moon energy look like around the Cancer Collective? full moon, communication is key with the new moon in Gemini. So communication is key. So you are getting a key that is going to open up this treasure. When I see dragons, I think of past life, because when you do a past life chart, it's called the Draconian chart, which talks about the dragons. So this could be a past life debt that needs to be paid here. So we could be talking about a Gemini with the new moon energy. The new moon is on the 21st of October. It starts out in Libra and rolls over into Scorpio. So it is talking about that rebalancing energy here of mastering lessons, of maybe about your emotions, but it talks about mastering lessons. And you see there's two people on this card. She is got her eyes closed. She's meditating. She's trusting her intuition. She's asking questions to her soul, right? This person is looking forward. This person is upset, right? He is upset. He does not look happy. But he's carrying a lamp of wisdom, of light. So communication is key. So you're getting a key that's going to unlock this treasure chest. The key is very important, and I feel like the key is going to bring answers maybe that you have been seeking when it comes to why something fell apart. We have it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. So we are talking about the full moon in Aries, and then the new moon in Libra, Scorpio. So it's going to be time to take action in that Aries energy to accept the fact that something needed to end. And when you accept that, you will see the key lies perhaps in your throat chakra that's going to open up this treasure within. You're going to understand all the challenges and obstacles that you had to go through was all part of your healing process. It was all part of the releasing what needed to end. You may need to go watch the Gemini video, because the Gemini video, they were in the process of a transformation in the month of October. So if you're connecting with a Gemini, or you have Gemini somewhere in your chart, that could be important. And you're going to see that it's time to take action. It is time. It's all about divine timing. You have the Aries. We have the Ram coming through here. Underneath that, we have the Taurus energy. So don't be a bullhead, right? Don't be a bullhead, because that new moon eclipse that we had at the end of September was helped you to focus on what needed to end. It helped you to focus on being like raising your self-esteem, feeling worthy of this bounty, all right, that is being uncovered this month. All right, so let's go ahead and move on here, Cancer. And you're learning to treasure the fact of what fell apart, right? What you were learning to value and treasure what fell apart, and you're realizing, what has not killed you has only made you stronger, is what I'm feeling here, Cancer. All right, so let's go ahead and put these cards up here. This is the Zombie Tarot. I felt it to be the perfect deck to use for the month of October readings. I usually always try to do a Halloween theme for the Cancer Collective. Please and thank you, Spirit. These are the Lenormands. They are Gilded Revere Lenormands by Ciro Marsetti. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, but he's a good oracle deck maker. All right. For the Cancer Collective. So the month of September, what is going on? Month of September. So we have the Six of Cups and we have the Compass. So definitely past life energy coming through here, especially with the Six of Cups coming through twice. We have 666 coming through here. Definitely past life energy. So this is telling me that you may have also healed some inner child wounds, because the Six of Cups can talk about inner child wounds. I feel like, and that's exactly what I feel happened. We have the Cancer, and then we have Gemini here, cusp. Somebody could be a Cancer, Gemini cusp. We also have Sagittarius and Capricorn. Remember I said about Pluto going station and moving forward, right? So Pluto is currently retrograde in tropical Aquarius with sidereal Capricorn. Okay, and then it's going to go station and move forward. So there could be a connection, a past life connection with a Gemini, a Cancer, a Sagittarius, or a Capricorn, a Pisces, an Aries, a Virgo, and a Libra. So I feel like the Virgo and Libra is talking about that eclipse that I was pulling through. And now you could have Cancer, Aries in a past life, Pisces in a past life is something I'm getting, because they're opposite. Opposites attract. So there's something about the month of September where somebody is learning to value or to be valued. They're gaining a key in the month of October that is going to unlock something that has something to do with their past life. Also, too, this talks about that inner child healing. And maybe there was some inner child wounds that needed to be healed, that needed to be ended. Also, with the dying card, you could also have some spirits around you, some family members around you. See the spirits in this card behind this gentleman? Spirit guides following you. Okay? And it could be your past or loved ones here. I'm also getting, with the child card, the 666 energies got me like that rebalancing your mental and emotional body. So we have 6-7, so 7-6 with the Cancer could be significant. 7-12 could be significant. Number 19 could be significant. So the new moon eclipse was the perfect time to take action to heal them inner child wounds, to focus on the wounds that needed to be healed so that you could open up yourself and step into the power of building something more solidly, moving through the month of October or the rest of the year. We have the 6 energy here, so maybe next June, maybe next July could be the perfect timing. This also talks about listening to that still small voice within you, with the child card coming through here. Listening to that still small voice within you. Because why? Because communication is key. She's looking at the 6 of Cups here. But what? Letting go of the past. Letting go of the past and realizing why something had to end. All right, so the immediate future, 2 of Cups. So we're talking about a relationship. We have 3, we have 2, 2, and then we have a 9 energy. So there could be a connection here that needed to end. A relationship needed to end. Maybe some sort of a relationship was not built on solid ground. It was not a positive relationship. Somebody may have had skeletons in their closet. See how the brain is on this plate? So something with the brain could be significant. Somebody could have brain issues. Um, so the immediate future, somebody is perhaps turning their back to a relationship. Somebody could also be watching out for something. But there was definitely a relationship that was not built solidly. Absolutely. We have a 6 and a 2, which is an 8. 789. 789 talks about overcoming challenges, connecting with the divine, learning your lesson, and moving on, regardless of how hard it is. Somebody definitely has some passed on loved ones who are with them, and they're telling you, my child, I have not left you. Two people could be very well in the energy here. Could be parents, could be lovers, could be a divine counterpart. It could be a relationship. Doesn't have to be romantic. Could be business, lover, friend. But I see her, she's half naked. So this is an intimate relationship, something from the past here. So somebody could be coming in from a past relationship and bringing some sort of communication. You may need to make a choice between two people too, is something else that I am getting. So the rest of the month, somebody did not value this relationship is what I feel. Okay, yeah. So the rest of the month we have the Ten of Swords, right? And then we have the Bridge. So the Bridge card has come out in pretty much all the readings. So the rest of the month you are letting go of all the betrayal, all the hurt, all the wounds. Somebody could have some gut health, right? That could be why they're sick. See how he's looking over this way, but the bridge is this way. I don't know why I just heard Rainbow Bridge. So something, maybe a pet. I don't know. So the rest of the month is you are going through this energy of somebody could have betrayed you. A relationship could have betrayed you. The Ten of Swords talks about being betrayed, ending things, that unalive energy. See how he's got that, I don't know what a meat cleaver in his hand. Somebody could be working in the meat department. Somebody could have been sick off some meat. Now they have gut health. See how he's holding that leg. So there's definitely strong energy of betrayal, backstabbing, endings, a lot of wounds here. A lot of wounds. I see 888, 777, 666, 1111. So 1011 could be significant. 1111. What's going on at 1111 is Jupiter is going retrograde. So something about Jupiter could be significant. I do see a partnership where somebody betrayed another person and this relationship was not built solidly because somebody did not value the other person and they did not want to accept what needed to end when it comes to a particular commitment. And now somebody is upset moving forward. So somebody could have even been attacking the other person, making them feel like they lost their spirit team. So we're going to pull another one for the rest of the month. We have the King of Hazards and the Sun. So we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a new beginning. Something about Halloween could be significant here. With the King of Hazards, this represents Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. See, he feels all tied up. Something about maybe feeling tied up and having to sit there and endure some sort of backstabbing, betrayal energy. This is coming to the light. The sun is illuminating this. That there is a new beginning. Like I said, with the 10 energy, the October 31st could be very significant. This looks like a motel room to me. Lots of betrayal energy. Somebody may be wanting to burn a bridge with the Sun card here when it comes to relationship. What are you not seeing? What are you failing to see for the rest of the month? Eight of Swords. That you're actually trapped in your own head. So there's a tower coming. There is a tower moment coming that is going to help you to break you out of these negative thought patterns of feeling trapped in a situation. We have another 6 coming through. The 6 of Swords represents moving on. This tower, that's why you're getting the tower, because something that you are building with a particular person, business, lover, friend, family, that whatever this relationship was, somebody did not value the other person. So therefore they could have been playing a lot of mind games, trying to keep the other person stuck in their head, not wanting them to move on. So we have 19, which this would be the month of October. October 8th could be significant. When in all actuality, you're really going to see that you really wasn't trapped in this situation. There needed to be some healing taking place. Somebody could had some sort of dream or a vision. We have the 7 of Swords, backstab, betrayal, something about an offer or some sort of an event, and now we have the Compass coming through here. All right, so definitely some betrayal, backstabbing, lying. Somebody could have had a vision. Somebody could also be having premonition dreams. Somebody could be drinking a lot. The 4 of Swords often talks about healing something, healing the mind, healing the heart, healing the inner child wounds that made you feel less than, and somebody could have been playing on them wounds because they did not want you to lose you. Why? Because they did not value you. They did not value the relationship. Now this person's going to be sick. I also feel too, with the communication is key. They could have been sending subliminal messages to you, trying to get you to unalive yourself. Why? Because they may have known that you were not feeling well, or trying to play on your mental illness, your emotional illness. Somebody could have did something to cause you to be physically ill as well, is something else that I'm getting. So what you are not seeing is this tower moment coming that's going to break you out of this mental illness. And it's because you did the inner work. There's gonna be a lot of healing of either past life relationship or your inner child wounds are going to be healed, and you're going to be turning on that still small voice. Somebody did not treasure the relationship, and they did not want to accept the fact that this commitment had to end. And the reason why is because this commitment was not built solidly. It was not built on love. It was not built on trust. It was built on lies, backstab, betrayal. Okay? So let's go ahead and pull a final card for the Cancer Collective. Final message for the Cancer Collective. I feel like somebody was throwing a rock hiding a hand with the treasure card. Throwing rocks hiding a hand. Perhaps even in your dreams. Making you, sending you subliminal messages even in your dreams. Masking themselves is something else that I'm getting. Alrighty. But there is a new beginning coming, and it's time to move on. So a final message to the Cancer Collective. Free Fallen, and we have a number 50 coming through there. And on the bottom of the deck, loud and clear. So something is definitely coming in loud and clear. That hasta la vista, baby. You need to say goodbye to what has ended, because once you do, you're going to see the jackpot, and you're going to see that your divine has always had your back. Why? Because there's a brand spanking new beginning coming for you. So free falling. Yeah, you could be free falling out of this tower moment, but that's okay because the divine got you. It doesn't get much better than this. Deep, radical trust that appearances mean nothing, and that you and only you are the captain of your ship, right? Yeah, see, their appearances. Outer appearances mean nothing. So this person was fake. And because you turned your back to this relationship, it chose to not continue on with it. This person has caused a lot of backstabbing, betrayal, lies, sneaky, shady behavior. What you say goes. You are in unrestrained motion, and unseen forces are awaiting your command, right? Awaiting your command. Loud and clear. So something is coming in loud and clear here. Something about clairaudient, claircognizant could be coming through with communication is key in Gemini. So somebody could be clairaudient, again, turning up that still small voice, letting go of the mental conflict that this person was trying to inflict upon you with the Ten of Swords, throwing a rock, hiding the hand. Why? Because they were upset because you chose to turn your back to the relationship. Why? Because they did not value and see your worth. They were backstabbing you the whole time, and they could have been making fun of your wounds. And now it's all going to come back to them. Can you hear me now? What about now? This is the time to tell it like it is. Get very clear in your intentions. Know exactly what you want to communicate, and trust that you are currently connected to the universal network. Just so you know, it's a lot bigger than 10 G's. Yeah. So your inner GPS is loud and clear. You need to listen to that inner compass when it comes to this person. All right? Because why? You need to say goodbye to them because they did not value. You need to trust that the divine has your back. You got a brand spanking new beginning coming. You're on the right path. You are connected to the divine hotline. You need to see the silver lining in this tower because the divine is at your service. So take the first step, right? So the divine is definitely trying to get a hold of you. Thank you for watching, Cancers.